Welcome back. If you're watching this back on YouTube, this was streamed on YouTube. We're continuing with our Gleba legendarization. We're pretty much done. We are making a full turbo belt of agricultural science and then a little bit more. The eggs are ever so slightly under. 0.6 a second under. Now I'm wondering if I can get this any better. Got a feeling whatever I put in, just going to tip it over the edge, even with a real basic. Even with a tier 1 beacon, I'm thinking if I put a speed 1 module in this, because of the way it works with the prod mods, it's just tip it over. But we will see. The last thing we want to be doing is making more eggs, then we've got to worry. No, that's better. That's even closer. So we may well be able to do that. That. That's still under. But we can go more. Not even boosting it at all. Let's try it. Legendary. Wow. Perfect. Look, we're 0.163 under. We can do the same. This one is affecting these two, so we only want to affect this one. So it'll have to be there. That is near on perfect. We should be seeing a full belt now. Or we will. Near as damn it. Now, are we making enough of everything else for this? These are stalling. Way more nutrient. This is getting its bioflux from here. Then goes up, feeds everything out. It did. Now we are making legendary stuff everywhere. Save me having to transport it about. I know it's cheating, but I've installed this mod so you can give stuff. So you can search for Bee Beacon free legendary. So we want 50, and it puts it in your inventory. When we're on other planets apart from Vulcanus, I'm just going to do that. I'm going to spawn stuff in, save time. Yeah, this These two are just dealing with the carbon being made here. Probably could speed that up a bit, to be honest. This is missing nutrient. Got nutrient. Needs a way of getting. Way of getting out, but only if it's a certain amount. So. Enable when foliage and it's at 30. Enable when this is greater than 200. We should just pop this out and put it back in. Brilliant. Carbon is good. I would like to make some legendary stack inserters here, but they're absolutely not. Tried doing it before. There's no easy way to do it. Legendary carbon fiber. Could make from coal. And legendary carbon. Make. And in. And we turn coal back into backward. Carbon back into coal. This is just sat now over volcanoes because it can't empty. So what if we said when this is full, this doesn't turn this. Sent the legendary carbon. Things are right. These there. Do that. And Of this, the coal output for coal. This can go. Now this. Okay. We need two inputs here. We need one for the carbon, for the sulfur. This. The legendary sulfur. And be legendary carbon. We can say we get green wire there. So only enable this when iron, legendary iron, this only works why don't we just make another ship? Make another one. Right, if this is running, I'm going to go back to Volcanus and see if we can just make another one. Are we making platform parts over? Go to Volcanus. Make another ship. It's all running good. Everything's being done that I want to be done here. Not make. Got no iron. Needs a way of getting the iron straight belt. This wants to be the bacteria. So if any iron builds up in here, it will come out on this belt. We've got that set on this logger. Set this there. This is a real good challenge. Get it all working. That really wants to be backed. So does this. So this is in a good place. I think we can head off. Where's transport? Needs to come back. Gleba. Everything else is working. Okay. This has got an output. These have all got filters. Just to now work. Might as well call this done for now. Awesome. So proud of this. Super compact. Just works. Apart from the fact that picking up village. Because we're not using a full stack belt. I know how we can do that. Can't solve it. And make it more efficient. Thinking about that. This only needs to take from there. We can move that. Let's that down. This was so we had some jelly just available to the network. Less than 100. Nothing's picking jelly up from, I don't think. Same with this, we don't need this much bioflux in because it's only going to now these. They enable you bioflux. That's probably way more than what we need. Good. These don't back up because I've got these set to crash anything. A masterpiece. Things equalise. Okay. Let's travel to transport. Let's go and make another space platform. This is just sat here doing nothing because we're not researching anything. From science, we don't need to do any more rocket power productivity. We don't need to do any more research productivity because at the minute we've done it. I think they should have put a bigger cap on that. Like, none of these have got any productivity modules in, and they're at the 300%, which is max. Research train caps out at that. Anything else you do is kind of wasted. Literally waiting on stuff from. Got 17,000. Okay, this filter for the foliage isn't working. It needs to be there. $10,000. Now that's just launched an absolute bucketful. These need to be changed to legendary. Stack inserters. Do we have any? That good on them. Look, this. go to Organis. Apparently we don't have any of the rare ones left, so it'll have to be a normal. We need to upgrade those, but we'll do that in a bit. Gonna build another one of these. Should have everything we need to make it. Don't know how long it'll take, but okay, alright. Get our goodies. So, are we making the starter packs? Probably not, because they don't need to be legendary. Need steel, processing unit, and space plot. You. We're gonna call this legendary carbon slash sulfur. This was our legendary coal ship, so this should be easy to turn into the carbon one. Just need to change the way it does. I modified this to be the legendary iron one. Vulcanus should be going crazy. Right, what's stopped here? This. Because none of the LDS is being used, because none of the steel is being used. As soon as these start taking off, start working again. As soon as the space for platform pack things get going. Needs to get our transport. Go to Nalvis and pick up some uranium fuel cells. Now these, should be able to change all of these to need more rockets. Any? Yeah, we do. Get this building more. This is all working again now because stuff's being used. Rocket fuel, we've only got 300. Okay, where are we making that? We need to make more. Where are we, mate? Okay. Boost rocket fuel production. Last thing we want is that to run out. Sell some legendary rod. Alright, this is making 1.78 a second now. Good. We're making way more solid fuel. This should be able to keep this going. Put prod mods in these as well. I mean, it's working, so. Darky, thanks, mate. Welcome. Wow, it's getting built. It's doing it. So, transport. Got 100 here. So you can go back to us. I don't really in this. Maybe the motors really. Prod mods we can definitely do with. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are currently building another legendary ship. This is going to be for legendary carbon and sulfur, and the plan is to make legendary stack inserters. Need to make some repair packs. These are all waiting on rocket fuel. Definitely need to increase this. It does say we're making it. Now we're cooking. The good thing is we should have everything on it. This should be legendary. Be legendary? Be legendary. And these should all be legendary. And these. Legendary crushers. And any legendary crushers being requested. Quality modules is going to be a problem. Let's blast that down. The Volcanus. Let's go to Fulgora and pick up some quality modules. We should have. We've got 145, so we'll take the lot. Scraps dwindling. Maybe it was just waiting for a train. We need to change the quality of these as well. Maybe add another train or two to this route. Amazing how fast they strip a train. Yeah, we've only got 3 trains on that route. Probably once 4 or 5, but this is all stuff that needs streamlining. Don't understand why there's not a request for these legendary crushers. There is. Okay. So, Fulgora. Request 150. Should be 150 by the time we get here. Hopefully. These work so slow when they're not boosted. See, there's 100 there. Right, let's set this filter to anything equal to or less than rare. Let's set this to pick up all qualities, but we need something to pick them up at the end. No filter. Yeah, this is shooting up now. We had 90 or so in that bin that we couldn't even utilise. Problem with Fulgora is we've only got the odd rocket dotted here or there to deliver this stuff. Not designed to be shipping loads of stuff out all in a go. Got these two. This was the old setup for the last. Before we move the science production elsewhere. We're making science in individual clusters on Fulgora now. Each one makes around 250 a minute. This next 5 a second. We're clogged up because we're not using it, but got multiples of these. Do need more. We need to up it. Up everything. Transport. By 30. Why are you sending 30? I'll change the must have a weird limit on. Have. Anyway, we only need 28, which is what's coming in. That'll be 150. That'll be way more than what we need. Okay. Back to Venice. Oh shit. Yeah. But these lasers all need to be legendary. Got a feeling the rocket silo production is eating all of the stuff. If our legendary iron ship's gone off again, it has. This is our space casino. This is harvesting stuff and then upcycling it ultimately into legendary iron. And it runs just off lasers. And they work fucking mwah! Legendary lasers with the range they've got are just awesome. You put them in the middle here as well. They don't really shoot anything that's too far to the sides. They just destroy everything before it even gets anywhere near. And we're running at a speed of 250 kilometers a second, so it's not slow. Slow by any stretch of them. Power easily handles it. So do you have... These need importing from Nalvis, but for now we want to change it to Volcanus. And we'll change it back. So we're missing stack inserters. These prod mods. Rusted. Oh yeah. These are not legendary. Did we upgrade them to legendary on this? No. So we need to make some normal thrusters. Shouldn't be a problem. Just change this to normal quality. Then change these to normal. 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 Easy. I've just changed them in the wrong one. I'm among. Rust. This is using legendary steel and reds. So we need to add normal steel into the bin. Normal blues and normal engine. I mean, or do we just use the legendary ones? What are the benefit from a legendary thruster? Consumption goes up tenfold. Thrusters increase by almost double. I think we'll just run it on the... Okay, how are we doing? Transport's here. I'm gonna drop off these and that. So these are all coming in. They're coming in. Worry about them like turrets. Normal Balkans. We're making some. Got some of these in my bag anyway. Stop them somewhere they can access. Water's going to be a problem. 2 beacons a problem. What about if we use legendary beacons? We have any tier 2 beacon? Don't have any tier 2 B. Everything's legendary. Now this. Yeah, we have 304. So transport. Back to Nalvis again. Request tier 2 B. What else are we missing then? One of them. Pumps, weren't it? What else are we? Back inserters. We're running low on prod 3 mods, but we're not going to need any until we go back. Gleba. Check on Gleba. This is what we want to see. Say it again. This is full stack belt. Marco mash. I had to set this burner in to delete. Hello, Domago. Domago. I had to set this burner up here to request Yumako seeds because, believe it or not, they build up and fill these containers. So I set a limit. Joined all these together with a green cable. Set a limit of these to 400 because the seeds are what would stop production. You don't use as many seeds as what you can produce. This needs... No, it doesn't. problem, it having spoilage in its hand. Becoming a problem. I don't know how to stop that because I've told it only to pick up these. Is there a way of telling it only pick up when it can output? Only enable when... $16 in its hand. If we change the stack size again. So now there's something we need to look at because it's not picking up the spoilage, it's spoiling while it's in the arm because it can't output onto the belt because we're not using a full belt. The only way we can stop that is if this doesn't only pick up Marco Mash, it picks up. It doesn't only pick up the spoilage, it picks up everything. If we set everything to an output priority, so that's an output priority, that's an output priority, that's a priority. We then set this to just pick up everything. Needs 2 of those to clear a full stack belt. Probably more. But ultimately, these produce at 7 a second-ish, so 7 times 6 is 42. What is it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, it was 7 a second. And this isn't even a full one. Crap bit. Right, the belt's moving now. We'll see if it increases the use. Read this one up. I don't think we're producing enough of these for this to actually work as intended. This says it needs 51 a second. And I think these produce at 7 a second when they're full. So this should eventually clear. Anyway, what are we waiting on? And put those in wherever I put them. That ultimately Maybe we need some solar panels just to get us going. These need to be legendary. Get no ice in all. Right, you've got everything that you want. You need to go back to Vulcanus. Got 45 solar panels on here as well, so we can drop them down. And drop. What did we come here for? Oh, the beacons. Beacons go. Suppose we should change these to legendary. The LDS shuffle is the crazy thing. With these at 300% productivity, which they're at, you don't need this. Plastic that this turns out should be enough to feed back into the system, if I remember rightly. Okay, so ice is going to be a problem. We need just a little bit of power to kickstart the system so we can try and get to Nalvis. Not going to work though. Got 2 oxide chunks there. Got 1 there. I didn't think about this. We need ice. You don't get any ice around Vulcanus. Well, you do. But we need power. Let's request these from Vulcanus. These need to be requested. We have some power. Tiny little bit. Hopefully some of the lasers will shoot these to get us enough stuff to make a tiny bit of starting power. And then we don't, because this is going to be just for carbon, we don't want to do that. Just want to do that. Legendary carbon and legendary sulfur in. We'll say we only want these to target. Oh yeah, we'll target everything for now. Things going. Didn't realise we were making these. So Majo, I finished the Gleba this morning. It's pretty damn cool, to be honest. Flat out, I'm calling this a full belt. We're also making everything we need to power the rockets. We're making a shit ton of blues. We're making the LDS. And we're making rocket. So this is now set to do whatever the fuck we want with it in the future, which is going to be legendary stack inserters. That's what we need to make on here. Apart from the carbon, which we're making. Carbon fibre. This is going to Aquilo, if I remember right. This is done over here, and it's glorious. Everything just constantly moves. This is what you have to do. You have to just throw everything away. This says we shouldn't be... There's more than a fully stacked belt. This is pausing. Because this can't eat all of that. No, I'm not playing at higher speed. Oh, it's Badjo. Welcome. I did wonder. Right. Now we're close to a full belt. Close to consuming the full belt. That's pretty good. I'm just wondering if these stack inserters can output enough. Very strange problem to have, the spoilage going off in a hand. Wonder if we need to do what we've done over there. Apparently we don't have any. Okay. 12 construction box. I don't know why they're not getting. I may have just fucked the whole thing up by fiddling with it when we're not actually there. Same with no construction. Oh, I see the problem. Now there is no problem. Try again then. While we're working in remote view. Just clogs everything up even quicker. Excellent. Definitely a full belt now. These ones are getting boosted, so these need priority. This needs to be input priority right. Because this is getting boosted by these. This needs to be input priority right. Anyway, we digress. Oh. Okay. Got fuel. Got power. Everything is built. That didn't take that long, did it? Let's send this on its journey then. What's this one doing for a journey? Going Vulcanus, Gleba, Nalvis. And we've got these interrupts, which will create our own interrupts. So let's send this off. Let's okay, got them all in here. Nalvis. Don't want it to unload there. We only want it to unload at Vulcanus. Fuel is set when fuel lower than 5 to go to Nalvis. Coal drop off. We need to change this to legendary carbon. When this is, I don't know, 2000, go to Vulcanus. We want the legendary carbon to be none. Call this. Yeah, have I just changed that? I have. We don't want to be messing around. Add interrupt. Carbon. Drop off. Interrupt condition. Circuit condition. Legendary carbon. Is equal to or greater than. Okay. Interrupt station, Vulcanus. Circuit condition. Legendary carbon. Equals 0. Save into. This coal drop off. We don't need that. Pause the coal. Don't need that. We just need these. For now. Let's go on our merry way. Honestly, one of the most underrated aspects of Factorio, the music ambience is so good. Yeah, it is. I like Gleba's music. Actually, this wants to drop the carbon and sulfur at Gleba. I need to change that. Target Gleba making legendary carbon 0, but it will dump off the legendary sulfur as well because we're going to request that. We're going to request at a section. This is carbon ship. Going to request legendary carbon. 4,000, 2 ships worth. Legendary sulfur. And drop off at Gleba. So we don't want it to drop off the uraniums. Is going to be a problem. Set a circuit condition to not do it. We set a circuit condition. So only request this from certain ship. That is going to be a problem because it's going to want to throw it uranium cells here if there's not the... Need to set this to a custom payload. Minimum payload from... This is just picking up. I don't know. It's doing its thing. This is reprocessing back into carbon. This is reprocessing back into carbon. Same. Everything keeps going through. Till we get legendary carbon. It comes in here. In there. I mean, really, we just want to go Nauvis to Vulcanus because that's the highest concentration of carbon, I think. Speed is good. Lasers absolutely demolish everything and anything. Power out the wazoo. This is now dropping the stuff off. Okay, it's just going to dump the stuff off every time it comes to Gleba, so we can go back to Gleba now. Start actually designing something that's going to use it. Stopping at Vulcanus. This is bogged up. Problem. Not picking up the legendary carbon. Disabled when a legendary are enables when a legendary are less than 4. Can't get less than 1. Don't know what that's doing. I had that on there for some reason, but I don't know what it's doing. going to take a while to free this up. Can't even up. This is trying to output in there. Trying to output back in there. Logged up on blues. So we may need to create a get out of jail free on this. Set. So enable this when blue asteroid chunks greater than 80. That up. We haven't got enough of that. Very enough. Question them. That might be enough just to get things going. This is stopped at now because chunks are at a certain level. On this belt, just clog everything up. So this should just cycle now around in circles until this frees up. When this gets clogged up again, it'll free up some more space. We don't want to waste anything because it's all ultimately going to give us our goal, which is legendary iron. I did this so that I set this interrupt in so that it didn't carry on flying around the solar system and just clog everything up. This bank has a capacity of what it can deal with. When it got to a certain amount, I wanted it to stop at Volcano, cycle it through, and then disable it. It is working, apart from the fact that there was another aspect that I didn't think of, which was the amount of blues on this belt. Anyway, that should free itself up. We are on this ship. Let's go back to Gleba. This is going to take a while, but nothing else is coming in. Only what's just coming floating around, so eventually number will drop. Processing all the stuff in here at the minute, so it's going to take a while. You can see this is cleared already. This is throwing away some junk. Oh, set this. Blue carbonic astral. These can't output on that belt. So maybe we don't use the... Do we have any disorder combination? Let's send one up to it. Can't, because we've come to Gleba. Fuck. Need a combinator. Oh, we haven't got one. Okay, well, for now, let's just let this throw everything away. Till the output line frees up. Otherwise it was stuck here forever. Oh, we could do well. Could equalize the belt so that there is gaps on the outside belt output. Okay. That's gonna get one. Go back to so you don't try and dump everything. And we've got legendary coal and sulfur. So what do we want to do? We want to make legendary stackings. Legendary stack inserters. Not easy. Legendary blues. I'm getting them from legendary blues and legendary bulk inserters we can bring in from Volcanus. Need to make legendary carbon fiber and legendary jelly. And for that we need to make legendary Marco. Actually, don't. I believe it's made. These. What did I think we needed sulfur? So we need legendary Marco Mash. Oof. Only place you can make this carbon fibre in a biochar. So we need legendary Marco mash to make the carbon fibre. That is not going to be fun. Cool. I mean, that's... This recycles back into your Marco mash, correct? But with different qualities. Fucking hell. I'm going to spawn in some recyclers. I'm going to cheat. We do have them. We have them by the bucket load on Fulgora. Can't be bothered to go there. So this once we'll do that. Do that. Do that. Say output priority left filter anything that or greater comes this way. Then do that with an input priority. We need to do the obligatory spoilage filter. Spoilage filter. Damn, this stuff just wrecks so quick, doesn't it? How the hell are we going to create anything meaningful amount of this? I don't know. I've had a brain fart. What am I doing? We need to reprocess this again. Put priority left. Okay, this isn't. Think again. I think we just needed a lot more. So, you only want to take your Marco mash. And you, I get rid of the spoilage. Do half of you outputting that side, half of you outputting that side. Want to get rid of the village. Spawning some more quality modules because we're cheating the life away. Again, we do have them. On a different planet. I can't be asked to go and get them. So let's double this. Then bring this back around. Put priority. No, not the one. Put priority right. Let's say anything that's not legendary, so these equal to or less. Actually, anything that's legendary comes out to the left. The rest can just go around forever. Foliage we'll deal with here. Right into its own burner. And then everything stops. Too much for a belt. Need to be stacking it out. Foliage of any quality. Okay. Okay. See you, Badger. Thanks, mate. Right. Why are you not doing stuff? I mean, surely I don't need to set it to a stack size of... I need to clear the stuff that's not stacked. Stacked. Okay, there's a legendary thing there. Needs to be any quality. this to... That is the problem. So with this input priority, why are they going through when this is stalling? Because of that, isn't it? Input priority, right. That's it. Ugh. Should work now. So we need to make the same one of these for the jelly as well, which is pretty crazy. And it is making them. Right. We need to do the same thing for the jelly. More quality modules. Okay, so this will make legendary stuff. Not very quickly, granted, but it will slowly do it. So now we just need to set up the production. So put it in the middle there. You need legendary carbon fiber. And you need to request legendary carbon. Do we need legendary nutrients? I'm not too sure how it works. And we'll give it a go. Are we going to make 10? The time it takes for it to spoil? That's the question. Definitely want productivity modules in it. Looks like it. It's going to be so painfully slow. It's got to be a better way of doing this. I wonder if we just make the fucking things and then recycle them. Yeah, we are making legendary carbon. I mean, it is working. It's just fucking slow. So now we need to get this shit that's flying around all over the shop. Oh. I mean, honestly, I think we just deliver. Just go to Vulcanus. Pick up some legendary blues and legendary things and just dump them here because it's working that slow. This is shit. Really shit. This is not the way. And we're learning. I think it's going to be better to make them and then recycle them. You can make them and then recycle them. Make the bulk inserters, make the legendary, make the blues, which we're already making here. We're making the jelly and we're making the carbon fiber. Gonna make one every half hour. Yeah. So lesson learned. Can't do this. Simple. So that legendary carbon ship we made is fucking absolutely pointless. That's what else can we use carbon for? It's used in tungsten carbide. So we can use it for that. And legendary carbon fiber is used in we can make some legendary railguns, legendary portable fusion reactors, legendary quantum processors. Kind of a non-starter. Let's make some bulk inserters. How much of stuff have we got left? So we've got 55 a second of each of these left. Plus we're making a load of greens and stuff as well. I'm doing this painful shit so you don't have to. So, bulk inserters. Be made in a foundry. Here's and greens. No productivity modules. Actually, make this in between. Yeah, we need it. Needs to have its own gear. Now we want to make this greens, yellows, lights, and both stairs, greens, heads. Yes. I'm gonna do this. I think I want. Waiting on out of that. Then we want to make stacking. Speed all this up as we need. So blues. How is that not enough gears? Holy fuck, not even close. Close enough. Need jelly and carbon fibre. Honestly, I think I'm just going to bring those in a box. Quest jelly, carbon fibre. Satisfaction? No. Okay, we removed that. Do it here. Let's say we only want a couple of hundred in there. But when jelly then 100. Boosting. You know what? I've got 3 of these. I could probably just put a legendary one in. Greens are a problem. Who'd have thunk it? I mean, this isn't working flat out, but good enough. Making them at quarter rate. Not brilliant, not perfect. The ratios aren't great. Better. Okay, so now we have to do the recycling shenanigans. Honestly, I don't think we're going to need anywhere near this many. It's probably 2 are probably going to be able to manage it. Okay, so needs to do a loop. Let's do that. So we want one making these. Maybe. And then this wants to filter out anything that's not legendary. Put priority left. Filter. These. Anything that's this. This one's priority. Put priority. There's also going to be some normal ones that come out of here as well, so... These want quality modules in them. Am I doing this right? Don't know. Well, normal. Wants to filter out legendary stacking. Well, we got one. And we're doing it. We got two. So it is working. Just not very quick. But I mean, as long as it's working, we can leave this ticking away forever. I mean, we're not running out on any of the resources apart from iron. So this is about at our limit. About making some more iron. Fireflux, it is backing up. Fireflux is definitely backing up. And all this uses is Bioflux and nutrient. Really good. 224 a second nutrients more than what we need, which is ridiculous. So could scale up the iron production. This is copper's good. Any way to make this better would be to bring in some calcite from Vulcanus. Or just ship the fucking greens in from Vulcanus. Ship these in from Vulcanus. Then all we've got to do is make gear. Make some iron. Definitely doable. That. Nutrients are going to be a problem with. Yeah. Damn it. This shit. I know what this is. Oh, this is taking that. Yeah, this should start working now. needs to be filtered only. This is just waiting for this to mature, and then we'll be off to the races. Yeah. That's a lot more iron. That's solved it. Got 5. Ellie needs to be at 200. How much carbon fibre does this need? 12.5. One. Max carbon fibre per second. Needs 12.5. Okay. But carbon fibre is literally fucking foliage. How come? So we definitely need to increase production of carbon fibre. Isn't it? Terrible. There has to be a better way than this. Maybe we'll just carbon use this to. Maybe we'll just make the fucker on a ship. Maybe we use this to just make carbon. No quality. And we make the fucker up here. I don't know. I'm gonna have a think. But this is terrible. This is green's struggling. Greens are just struggling for amount of cable. Needs 195 a second. Makes 123. Terrible. Oi, 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 how the hell do people make legendary stack inserters without it using the amount of resources? It's crazy. I think we need to import the greens and the carbon to make the carbon fiber, because this just uses your macro mash and carbon. This is using a fuck ton of everything over here. Not good. Carbon fiber can only be made in a biochamber. Can you use biochambers on Volcanus? Factorio. Can you use biochambers on Volcanus? Biochambers need more recipes to get better. Oh yeah, it's the nutrients and shit you gotta ship over there. I forgot about that. We'd have to transport nutrients across the galaxy. Across the solar system. But bulk and sorters on Volcanus, practically free. Bulk. Not even making them. Just making legendary ones. Fucking legendary jelly. There's no easy way, is there? There's a way of getting... Got no way of getting rid... Dad. Anyway, this is shit. We're learning something again. We want to be making the bulk inserters on Volcanus, shipping it here. And the blues. Because they're just fucking super easy. I mean, the blues, not too bad. But we want one of these boosted, really. I want to boost this tenfold. I want to be making 60. I want to be making a full belt of greens. Because this carbon fiber is going to run out. This is using the carbon fiber at the minute. Using the carbon fiber that's just storage, so it's going to run out very quick. Like carbon fiber here, pain. Haulage, the carbon's not a problem, but the Yamako mash. It only needs 4 seconds. Times this by 10, it'd be 40. We need 169 a minute of Umako mash at the minute, and we're making a full stack belt. We're making 260, so we could spare 40. So do we just make more carbon fibre over here and just leave this ticking away? But it's just crap. It's like one every... What are we even making? Where are they? We're making one a minute. Have a look on YouTube. See how people deal with legendary stack inserters. Legendary jelly for stacking. That's a 45-minute video. I think I'm going to end the stream here, guys. I'm going to go and surmise a plan, because one a minute, not good. I mean, this is practically free though. You would just need a huge setup. I mean, we could do it. We could do it. Because this is practically free. It uses a bit of bioflux. 6 a second. 6 a second bioflux. One of these makes 30. Only uses 44 jelly and 55 mash, so it's a lot of stuff though. Like these two together, you're using nearly half a belt of your Umako mash, nearly half a stack belt of your Umako mash, and a third of a belt of jelly. One of these uses 6. So pretty good, isn't it? It's half a stack belt of iron a minute. 12 bioflux. I mean, would you like to see a humongous build just fucking making these stack inserters and then recycling them on Gleba? I mean, we don't need it for nothing else. Science is pretty much done forever. Full belt. This is going to do me until I decide to do anything super crazy. Full belt of agricultural science. I'm not going to need any more than that. Just not. I don't want to spend my whole life in Gleba just making fucking stack inserters. I think we have to ship them in. I think we make the bulk inserters on Vulcanus. Make the carbon on Vulcanus. What's the recipe for carbon? The recipe for carbon in a one of these. Coal, uric acid. Okay, that's pretty much free anywhere, especially on Vulcanus. So we can make the carbon on Volcanus. We can make the bulk inserters on Volcanus. And all we have to make over here is this, which just uses Marco. Like 1 a minute it needs 12.5. So if we did a full belt of a Marco mash at 60 a minute, the normal belt, we could make 15 carbon fibre a minute. We'll keep this going. If we did a stack belt, make 4 of these. We did another stack belt of a Marco mash. Pretty easy. This times 2. Make this again. Where there's less water. Here. Another stack belt of the Marco mash. Just for carbon fibre. Just to make stacking. I mean... I think we're going to have to go down the route that we did originally. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to end the stream, guys. Thank you. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and see how people deal with this. And make a plan. Because I do want a stable supply of these. I want to be making more than 1 a minute. Because we're going to be using a lot of them. For now, I'm going to kill all this. Because this is no good. Not practical. It's using too many resources. For the base that we have at the minute. Just not good. Sometimes you need to not do something. Because it's no good. No point wasting a million. No point wasting our time trying to make something work that is not good. I mean, we made 10. The only reason this would be good is if we could just walk away from it and work on another planet for like a week. But we can't. So we'll let this finish its thing. Probably make 1 more. We're lucky. Could have probably left the recyclers in. Finish it off. Well, we built... What an eventful stream. We built a ship that we don't need, and we spent 2 hours designing a factory that didn't work. So, this is Factorio. This is the way it is. So, thank you guys. I hope I've taught you something. But yeah, I'm going to get off. And I should be able to do a stream tomorrow night, hopefully. Yeah. Thanks ever so much. Thanks, Darky Damago, if you're still here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.